It was a day like any other until chaos was unleashed. The tranquility of the United Kingdom was shattered when far-right riots erupted, fueled by misinformation about a stabbing incident. The resulting violence saw attacks on hotels sheltering those seeking asylum from the far corners of the world. Nearly 150 individuals were seized by law enforcement, their actions a stark contrast to the peace they had interrupted. In the midst of this turmoil, brave police officers stood their ground, striving to restore order. However, their efforts were not without sacrifice, with many bearing injuries from their encounters with the rioters. In the face of this escalating unrest, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer found himself convening an emergency security meeting. He pledged to confront the chaos with the full might of the law, a vow that echoed through the halls of power and out into the fear-stricken streets. His stance was clear. Such hostility and violence had no place in the society he had sworn to serve. As the nation grappled with the unfolding crisis, lawmakers added their voices to the clamor, condemning the violence and demanding the reconvening of Parliament. The government, in response, promised to provide emergency security for mosques, a pledge that carried the weight of the nation's fear and hope. As the United Kingdom stood on the brink of further unrest, figures from across the globe, including Elon Musk and Nigel Farage, weighed in on the situation. Their voices added to the cacophony of opinions that swirled around the crisis, each one a reflection of the complex and far-reaching implications of the riots. As the streets filled with anger and confusion, one thing was clear: this was only the beginning. Fear gripped the nation as it braced itself for what was to come. The United Kingdom, a country known for its rich history and cultural diversity, found itself on high alert. The threat? Potential far-right riots in multiple cities, looming like storm clouds on the horizon. But these were not just random acts of violence. They were targeted with immigration solicitors and refugee centers in the eye of the storm. And what fueled this fire of hatred and prejudice? Disinformation, a dangerous tool in the digital age. Inaccurate narratives circulated online, inflaming anti-Muslim and anti-migrant sentiments, turning neighbor against neighbor in a wave of fear and uncertainty. And yet, it wasn't just the whispers of the crowd that fanned the flames. Prominent individuals like Elon Musk and Tommy Robinson found themselves accused of exacerbating tensions, their voices adding to the cacophony of chaos. But to truly understand this wave of unrest, one must look to the roots of racism, deeply entrenched in society. Political leaders, those tasked with guiding the nation, have been accused of promoting anti-immigration narratives. Their words, intended or not, have contributed to the current turmoil, leaving communities shaken and a nation divided. As the tension mounted, the nation held its breath, waiting for the storm to pass. But one question remained: would this be a storm they could weather, or would it leave lasting scars on the face of the United Kingdom? In the face of adversity, a beacon of hope emerged. As the wave of unrest raged on, the UK government, recognizing the urgent need for safety and security, announced a funding package exceeding $37 million. This substantial fund was earmarked to enhance security at mosques, which had become targets of escalating violence. In response to the imminent threat, a new rapid response process was established. The purpose? To ensure that mosques at risk of violent disorder could promptly receive additional security personnel. This initiative was not just about physical safety. It was about providing essential support and reassurance to the communities that had been shaken by the turmoil. It was about supplementing the efforts of local police forces stretched thin in the face of widespread unrest. And the government's stance? Unwavering and firm against disorder and violence, courts started operating around the clock, expediting prosecutions in a clear demonstration of the state's commitment to justice. The message was clear: violence would not be tolerated, and those responsible for perpetuating it would face the full force of the law. This was not just a reactive measure, but a proactive step to protect vulnerable communities. It was a testament to the determination of a nation to uphold the principles of peace and unity, even in the face of adversity. It was about ensuring that every citizen, regardless of their faith, could feel safe and secure in their place of worship. In the midst of turmoil, they stood firm, a testament to the resilience of a nation under siege. It was a powerful reminder that in times of crisis, unity and resilience are our most potent weapons. For in the face of adversity, It is these qualities that allow us to emerge stronger, more united, and more determined to uphold the principles that define us. As the dust began to settle, a sense of unity emerged from the chaos. In spite of the unrest, communities across the nation started to come together in a show of solidarity. Ordinary citizens, regardless of their religious affiliations, joined forces to protect their local mosques. They formed human chains around the buildings, acting as living shields against the waves of violence. Neighbors stood shoulder to shoulder, united in their defiance against the forces that sought to tear them apart. Meanwhile, on social media, hashtags of solidarity trended as people from all walks of life shared messages of unity and peace. It was an inspiring display of the indomitable human spirit, a powerful testament to the strength of unity in the face of adversity. And as the world watched, it became evident that the turmoil had not divided the nation but rather brought it closer together. The government's efforts to protect vulnerable communities were now being supplemented by the very citizens they had sought to protect. This was not just about security anymore. It was about a nation standing together, refusing to be divided by the chaos. It was about a collective resolve to uphold the principles of peace and unity even in the face of adversity. In the midst of chaos, a nation found its strength in unity, a beacon of hope in a sea of unrest. This was a powerful testament to the resilience of a nation under siege, a reminder that in times of crisis, unity and resilience are our most potent weapons. Thank you for watching our video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates. Until next time, stay safe and informed.